Here we go. We're going to get this one underway. We're inside the game with TosspoT, and let's get that spam going one more time on IRC, because this game is about to get underway. It is Germany versus Russia. Russia we love. And now we are live underway and fight we go. Let's give you a Niti TV sync up in just a moment. We are going to see the support fight and the Panzer first. Oh, it's going to be a heat that sends the Panzer sky high and away. Drago's MP40 will in fact claim the frag on Officer. Germans with a full self-kill. And you know exactly what I think about a self-kill on a supply depot. I wonder whether the Russians will be able to punish them. No, the Russians lost a lot of men, and in the end they would have to self-kill and pull back. So the Germans got away with that first self-kill. They got away with that first attack. They got clear. And now we will see whether Officer can unleash anything with that Panzerfaust. Two Thompson frags coming in for the Russians. Now we have the Russians making their way down the right-hand side. It's going to be Ill making his way forward. They're just outside the depot gate, or the first gate. It's going to be Al... I can't really pronounce his name. It's going to be Abulzuz to make his way forward. He will drop two, in fact. One of them was a team kill, but second is going to come in with a revive. Urtir there as well. One landmine has been tripped, but Officer's made his way down to the right-hand side. Grenade across the left-hand side. There it goes. The RTCW veteran of Officer now tossing another grenade forward. Will he get a second frag? Nobody's delivered a lot of damage. Follows up with the ACP frag, dropping another one. Officer finally picked apart by Riddler's K-43. Riddler now going to give chase up those left stairs. There's a lot of bodies down on the bottom level, but Ill, with next to no HP, has been picked apart. The Axis respawn on top of him, and you just have to wonder. And he ran with the med packs. What could have happened? But Abdul Hamza comes in with a huge double grenade on Urtir in second, and now he will make his way around to the right-hand side, and he'll follow it up on a Thompson frag. That makes three, and Drago now falling all the way back to the flag. Zarender is going to chase him down. Will claim the frag. Ow! And he'll get two as well. Drago, Evil, both down. Zarender still pushing forward. He's looking for the second. Is he going to get it? Oh, it was the team kill that came in from Drago that caught the third. But there is Agnosis coming in, getting the flag with his Garand, and that will give him a uniform, and they will be able to push forward. Dynamite goes down up top, and now the Russians are going to push forward onto this German field, and the four Germans on top of it are about to lay siege down to all the Russians that are making their way forward. There are five of them there. Ill with a Thompson frag dropping in on Big Eddie, but self-kills and two MP40 frags to the Germans have all but ended that attack. Urtir taking some fire up top. Gotta love that German tag. See that every season almost. Special. Second and Urtir come up with two. It's Zarender and Agnosis that are down. And the Dynamite's about to blow up top and down below. ETTV sync up is 12 minutes and 35, 4, 3, 2. You're synced up and ready to go. You're inside the game, powered by GameCloud.com. And now we spy. It's Abdul Aziz, not Abdul Hamza. Abdul Hamza, of course, the guy that got arrested last week and put in jail. So, Ill going to make his way forward with Agnosis and Abdul Aziz. Abdul Aziz. Going to make his way around to the right-hand side. Evil 1, Evil 2, nicely done. Making his way forward. He's just going to hold off on that middle-level command post. Is up in Axe's hands. Revive needed over there, and it looks like that's where second is going to make his way across to Ndu. Yes, he does. 4 Russians now going to make their way over the main hill and over towards. We're to the second stage, 12 minutes on the clock. Pretty pristine time so far. Wiser going to get pushed forward. Agnosis is there. Revive going to come in and Wiser by Abdulaziz. And now Abdulaziz is going to make his way in and revive the COVID ops as well. Wiser going to push forward. He's going to get dropped. Oh! Abdulaziz comes in with a frag. And now the knife comes out from Evil. Abdulaziz runs away. He may get the revive in as well on his engineer. Yes, he does. Nicely done. And now Abdulaziz will get knifed down by Evil after a long knife battle. And oh, there is Urtir, just sitting in the command post with his back to everything. Agnosis has already blown that command post. Oh, second with a knife frag. We've had two in a minute. Can you believe it? And then Urtir just quite happily picked apart the engineer that tried to make his way forward. Officer now making his way across towards that command post. ETTV sync up once again. Just for you, Winter MT, is 11 minutes and 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, and here we go. It's going to be Wiser to make his way across to that command post. Doesn't have a whole lot of support, should wait for his medic, and that's why, because second has gone in, got the kill, got the give. Agnosis is going to try and pick and follow him off, and he will finally get the Vengeance frag in on second. However, it's too late now, the engineer's dead. Do we have an Axis engineer making his way across towards the command post? Yes, we do. His name is Riddler. 4 self-kills coming in there. He's not going to go across towards that command post. Just going to toss his grenade there, and Wiser will now construct the command post. And phase 2 is over. Phase 3 is in as the Dynamite going in on the main entrance. Going to get cut down there, and will get gibbed instantly. 4-5 Axis players just sitting down on the main entrance lawn, if you will. Evil, Urtir, Riddler on the right-hand side. Wiser with Grand Frag dropping second. Wiser, though, gets his comeuppance. And now with 10:17 on the clock, here comes Ill making his way around. Urtir just behind him. 3, 4, 5 self-kills going in from both teams in the end. And second now going to make his way across, grenades over, self-kill, and the spawn come up from the allied side from that command post now. About to lay it down. Urte tosses a support fire well forward, and the allied side will make their way around to the right-hand side and towards that east depot entrance and try and get it down. But Dynamite is yellow on main as well. Weiser planting on east. Main has not gone down, and the Dynamite is starting to fade as Weiser will make his way around to the right-hand side. Second's been dropped. The Dynamite is still there on main, but it's not being on. The Axis are all over. The Dynamite starts to fade into the ground, and Weiser won't be getting that one anytime soon. Zarender and Agnosis will cover the east, as will Abdulaziz and Weiser. And the grenade frags, we've just had 3 of them, and now they'll back away. We're onto this, we're just past the 10-minute mark, and now the Allied side have the pause. And now you've got to be expecting a little bit more. Now you have to have, Dynamite going down on the main entrance probably within the next minute. Otherwise, they're completely screwed. The time will start building up in German's favor. However, if they get it down in the next minute, they're right on course. If you're playing Supply Depot, you want anywhere between 9 minutes and 11 minutes on your attack. That's fine. That's happy. 9 minutes is maybe pretty good, actually. And then after that, you need to be pushing forward, and you're getting a little bit screwed after that point. So we're at 9.5 minutes, so the time has already gone past 5.5 on the stopwatch counter there. And, of course, if you need to win any territory, the build-up, one team goes forward, sets the time, the other team then has to build it, has to beat it. So that's what it's all about, beating the opposition's time. And, that's why you sort of have a standard time on the map, and that is where the Allies are now trying to push forward. We're going to see we have of all valuable upload that is here. That's the way you got to look at it. And here we go, Dynamite going in on the main entrance. It's going to be cut down. Weiser 1, Weiser 2. Nicely done with that Thompson there. He got picked up by Evil's MP40. Now, that's why you sort of have a standard time on the map, and that is where the Allies are now trying to push forward. We're going to see we have of all valuable upload that is here. That's the way you got to look at it. And here we go, Dynamite going in on all valuable upload that is here. That's the way you got to look at it. And here we go, Dynamite going in on the main entrance. It's going to be cut down. Weiser 1, Weiser 2. Nicely done with that Thompson there. He got picked up by Evil's MP40. Now they're going to make their way across to that main entrance once again. We follow Ill as he makes his way through. Riddler gets dropped by Zarenda. Ill going to go in for the revive on Abdulaziz and will now make his way forward. It's going to be Ill to go across to the left-hand side. Does his grenade down to that east entrance. Remember, seeing on it, right hand or outside. Sorry, Weiser going to make his way come down and will now make his way is here. That's the way you got to look at it. And here we go, Dynamite.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Going in on the main entrance. It's going to be cut down. Weiser 1, Weiser 2. Nicely done with that Thompson there. He got picked up by Evil's MP40. Now they're going to make their way across to that main entrance once again. We follow Ill as he makes his way through. Riddler gets dropped by Zarenda. Ill going to go in for the revive on Abdulaziz and will now make his way forward. It's going to be Ill to go across to the left-hand side. Does his grenade down to that east entrance. Drago with a one-man Panzerfaust. Urte with full fire. Oh, double team coming in from Ill. Not getting the frag. Remember, the east has blown. And Evil is going to make his way forward. He's chasing on in there as Evil will drop down. Second going to make his way forward. Ill pushing around to the right-hand side. Evil down in front of Ill. Ill not able to get the gib. And second will, in fact, self-kill. And we have we have Axis and Allies spawning at the same time right there. 4 of them making their way forward for the Allied side as they hop, skip, and jump down. They still haven't got that main entrance in. It's not looking good for the Russians. Officer going to make his way forward. Sorry, Weiser going to make his way forward. And will get blown away by Drago's one-man Panzerfaust. Urtir and Riddler going in. FFE dropped in by Urtir on the main entrance. Big Eddie going to make his way around to the left-hand side. Officer coming in with a Thompson frag on a Big Eddie, and now they will try to make their way in, but the FFE is about to rain in on that main entrance, and Urtir's RT will claim Zarenda and will give 2 bodies. Now we have got Weiser just waiting off. Abdulaziz will toss his dynamite down. 7 minutes and 37 seconds on the clock. We'll give you a full sync up in just a moment. Dynamite is yellow on the main entrance. Weiser is kindly waiting and about to pounce on that dynamite. He sees it. He wants it. Drago's Panzerfaust missed it. Eggy gonna go in. Abdulaziz back from the grave. Gonna make his way forward. Gonna get the dynamite down, and they've got it. Nicely done from the Russians, pushing forward with 5 players to get that dynamite down. We have a full sync up of 7 minutes and 13, 12, 11, 10. And here we go. The Allied side going to make their way forward. The dynamite has just 11 seconds left on it for it to go. The Allied side, the Russian team, are going to make their way forward through the east entrance as they'll push through. Urtir is there. Zarenda is there. And now they'll edge their way forward. The depot gate has fully been destroyed. 2 dead bodies left at the east entrance. Evil going to go for the revive. Is he going to get them, though? Yes, he is. He's going to drop Agnosis. Nicely done by Evil. Evil, though, picked apart by Urtir, his teammate. And Urtir now will go for the self-kill. Agnosis and Officer coming in with a Thompson frag as well. But the Axis team are back up. The truck pushes through that main entrance now as Abdulaziz will guide it around the right-hand corner. Zarenda making his way forward. Drops a Thompson frag in on Drago. Riddler now on those stairs. Drago switched to field-ups from Panzer. Grenade in on those main stairs from Riddler, who's a soldier. I'm guessing he's got that many grenades, but I'm not sure. Could be an engineer. And he is exactly that, an engineer. And now he will go forward with a grenade and self-kills himself out. Pulls back. The grenade did take down Weiser. Drago got pushed apart, though. Zarenda 1. Abdulaziz 2. The Russians have pushed through this German defense like it wasn't even connected to the server. Agnosis going in on the construction point. The Russians have control of the top level. The Germans are in trouble here. And now Riddler will make his way around to the right-hand side. Abdulaziz will get picked apart by that K-43, but Zarenda will come in with a vengeance frag on his beloved comrade. And Big Eddie coming around. Here come the Germans, though. The Germans are in town. The Germans are back in it, but the Russians are constructing while the Germans have their backs turned. Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler? As the officers push forward, an officer will get the gold into the back of that truck. Nicely done by the Russians. They came up the back entrance, which wasn't constructed the same way the Germans did, to clear out that Russian attack. And they beat them at their own game. The Germans now have a gold in the back of the truck. Panzerfaust coming from Drago. 1-2, a 10-pin split in bowling. It almost looked like as Zarenda and Weiser got picked apart. And now the gold in the back of that truck. It looked to me like there was a Russian body in the back of that gold. I could be wrong. I am wrong. This is a first. 5 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Abdulaziz making his way through to that main entrance. He will just either be met down by Evil. Nicely done. Evil pushing forward. He's now got a pistol out. Ill going to drop him out. Urtir with the Luger frag in on Ill. And now through the west wall they go. Zarenda cut down in the back. Weiser there as well. They're both low on HP, and the Germans surround them. Drago 1, Drago 2. Urtir support 5 makes it 3. 4 self-kills, 5 self-kills coming in from the German side. Here comes Abdulaziz making his way in from the East Depot entrance. But the Germans are about to charge, and he's got his med packs out. He's caught with his pants down as he Riddler bounces a grenade off. He does drop Riddler, but Big Eddie will kill him and will most likely go for the revive on him. 4 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Urtir making his way down through that main entrance. They'll coming in with a Thompson frag. Zarenda as well. Drago, Urtir both down and out. 4:22 on the clock. Abdulaziz making his way around to the left-hand side, passing the East Depot wall now towards that truck. He will drop. Oh, he'll get picked apart by Riddler's K-43. And here comes a 4-man German self-kill. The Russians have failed to capitalize on the German spawn. I mean, the Germans have self-killed in mass numbers so many times. And when they go for the respawn, it's just no Russian in sight. Urtir, Big Eddie, Drago, Big Eddie again. Nicely done. They've made that 4 frags quite quickly there as Ill pushing forward. Second will drop him, though. And the Germans are on top of this one. Weiser going to make his way forward as he spawns back with the rifle nade. Abdulaziz and Zarenda coming in with 2 Thompson frags, so they were only on Germans that have pushed forward prior to their spawn. 3:41 is the time left on the clock, and as Officer tries to make his way towards that truck, he's going to be met by 2 Germans. They're going to challenge him down. Officer without reply. Ill is spinning on the spot as his mouse is crazy. If you're on ETTV, take a look at Ill. And here we go. Big Eddie going to make his way forward. Abdulaziz challenges him down, pushing forward. There is Zarenda coming in with the ACP frag. Zarenda going to push forward. Drago drops him out, and here we go. Agnosis going to make his way back towards that truck. Here in the backbone, nicely done. And now the Abdulaziz will make his way forward through spawn. No, he's not. He's going to make his way around past East. Second is going to drop him with his own grenade. Nicely done by Second there. Didn't take himself down either. Weiser has made his way forward. And at this stage in the game, what you would suggest to the Russian team is that they actually head down through Axis respawn, up and behind them to get to that truck. If they do it in numbers, if they do it unseen, a lot of ifs there, then they may well get away with it. But Abdulaziz, he's got the smoke on top of him. Abdulaziz, that's the most retarded thing I've ever seen in enemy territory history. He's got the smoke on top of him. He's got one frag. You can see the smoke. For the love of day, all you can see is the smoke. And Abdulaziz just sits there, metting himself up underneath this huge red smoke of artillery and gets blown away. Zarenda Thompson frag coming in on Urtir. Abdulaziz was joined by Agnosis there in that retarded act of getting killed by the artillery. Weiser going to make his way around past West now. He's inside the depot wall as Weiser will make his way around the back of the track. Nicely done. Weiser, though, going to get shot down in the back by Eddie, and now we follow Officer as he makes his way forward. Officer with a Thompson frag drops down on Abdulaziz. Officer is going to make his way through spawn with Abdul. No, he's not. The three of them will go forward. No giving by the Russians. No giving by the Germans either, and the revives coming in. And now that truck will move forward. It's 3-on-3 at this truck. Here comes Officer, though, in the form of Tank 34 player. Oh, destroys him. And that truck has actually come to a stalemate. No one left alive. Here they come once again, though. Evil pushing forward. Weiser will drop him with a Garand. Weiser now going to make his way forward. Someone actually throws a support fire can at him. It's like, take that. And there it is from Urtir. Urtir strikes with his trademark double support fire. Not only did he hit Weiser with the support fire can in the face, when it actually blew up, he was able to take down two players. I think you get the special award for that. 1 minute and 22 seconds on the clock. Supply Depot could be going to a full hold right here, as Urtir is now going to pick apart Agnosis there on the back. Officer will come in with a revive. Self-kill coming in. Axis side are about to go all over the Russians. Urtir 1, Urtir 2, Urtir 3. Nicely done with a hat-trick from Urtir, and he's going to push forward. The truck is slowly moving out. We're in the K-43 frag, dropping Abdulaziz. Drago with a grenade frag. Urtir finally down from Weiser's grenade. 1 minute exactly on the clock. The truck has stopped with 60 seconds left to go. The Russians need to move this. The Germans are coming. The Germans are swarming up to Allied respawn here. The truck has so little room to move, and the rifle nade at the feet of Zarenda. 45 seconds to go. They may still full hold this. Urtir self-kills after taking down his teammate. Officer support fire takes down opponent and his teammate. The truck is moving. Officer has it. Officer, the Eurocup veteran of RTCW, will move it away. And Second's MP40. And Second's comes back for Second, in fact. And the truck stuck there. 30 seconds to go. Abdulaziz and Zarenda coming in with Thompson frags apiece. Riddler going to get picked apart by Zarenda. Oh, Abdulaziz will steal that frag from his toes, and the clock will be set at around 14 minutes and 41 seconds to be precise. And we will be back here inside the game to see how the Germans react. Well, I wish I could, because I think that advert might just be homed in on the fact that my connection is terrible, and I don't have speakeasy.net because they don't exist in the UK, unfortunately. But if I did have it, you wouldn't be experiencing any buffer on the stream, and I wouldn't be lagging around on the server like I was on 56k. So, the moral of the story is, my connection sucks, speakeasies don't. Go and buy Speakeasy. There you go. And now, we are waiting on... Well, we've lost Il, who was doing a pirouette on that last map. And the Germans look pretty damn good, it has to be said. They looked like a cool, efficient machine. Admittedly, the Russians looked pretty shoddy. So you have to wonder quite what the Germans can't fail to win this, surely. It is theirs to win, to move on to ice and bore us to death on crappy ET ice. That's what you'd expect. There's Quake 4 coming up at 9 o'clock. We will leave the enemy territory for the Quake 4. However, I would guesstimate that will be this game will be over by then, especially for on ET Ice, which is a terrible, terrible map. And if the Germans full hold it, then it'll already be over. However, the Germans will have to attack it, so I think that one. Anyway, here we go. 4 players left to ready up on this one. And then we get the wonderful Ooze versus wins in Quake 4. And hopefully my connection might have gotten a little bit better by then. Anyway, you're inside the game. Zarenda is readied up. And, Supply Depot has the element of... repetition now, and everyone has said it. Everyone has said we've got to drop Supply Depot, we've got to play Alderness, we've got to lose weight, we've got to, go to church more, we've got to give our money to charity, all that kind of stuff, and it's true. However, there is something about a smooth Supply Depot attack that you've just got to love when something comes off on Supply Depot. It looks good. It requires all the aspects of enemy territory. It requires the team play. It requires the aim. It requires that little je ne sais quoi, if you will. And love it or hate it, it does still provide a great arena for some brilliant matches. And it's just a question of how much is there the need for change, and what are the alternatives? Everyone seems to be saying Alderness this, Alderness that. I haven't actually played it yet. I've been playing a lot of Braundorf. Do like that map. A little bit behind the times. That was so last season. However, I've decided I like Braundorf. But Alderness perhaps is the one. There was a show match just the other day that was 5-on-5 as well. Is 5-on-5 the way to go? I would say yes. I think 5-on-5 A would give ET a lot more longevity, and B, if you have one Panzerfaust only and that no other soldiers, you'd really change the game. It would become a much more, I think you'd be reliant on your other players a lot more for support, and I also think that you couldn't self-kill as much because it would have bigger holes. I think the game will be faster because defensive will be harder, and I personally believe 5-on-5 is the way to go, but maybe 45% of the community agree with me, the other 55 either unsure or just say no. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, we are go with Germany taking on Russia, with the Russians now having to hold on for a mighty 14 minutes and 41 seconds. Here comes Urte making his way down. Make it one frag for Urte already. Urte had a sublime first half to the map. If we look at his stats as I scroll forward, and it didn't get which is a bit of a bitch. Anyway, he did have a very, very strong round in that first half, and now it is Evil that's just sitting still on the left-hand side. Looks like he's got a Panzerfaust there. No, he is going to make his way around to the right-hand side. Here we go, Big Eddie, Urtia, all making their way over the hill. Evil is poised. He's Panzerfaust down. He's about to strike on that bottom level. He needs his other players to group up his opponents for him just yet. They're not happening. So far, Riddler with a grenade coming in, Abdulaziz one, Agnos is one, Il in as well, and here comes the Germans once again. Il coming in with the pistol frag, and Urti making his way around. Knife frag from Abdulaziz. Urti is down, and we won't quite repeat what Urti had said to that. However, Riddler red, Dynamite is yellow. The Russians are coming all around him. They're about to swarm like they did at Stalingrad on February 1st, 1943. But it flew too little, too late. This time, history is not going to repeat itself, as the Germans have got that Dynamite down. Second, Big Eddie coming forward. Officer and Agnos is replying with a frag apiece. Officer dropped down by Urti. Urti, quick revive in on Big Eddie. Nicely done. Nice timing on that. And now he's going to go in on the revive. The Russians seem to have given up the ghost on this first stage of defense. And the sub-kills come in left, right, and center. The Axis have already spawned further back. The Allies have now got the forward bunker and have spawned there. The Dynamite is about to blow. And phase 1 is over faster than you could say. Abdulaziz. Here we go. Big Eddie going to make his way forward. 13 minutes exactly on the clock. You're inside the game, powered by Speakeasy.net. And my pretty terrible connection. Rifle nade coming forward. Dynamite about to go in on that top level from Urtir. Looking around to the right-hand side, we do have Riddler going to make his push forward with the truck as the Germans sort of attacking in pieces to get their way forward. They're not quite ready without that main entrance, without that top entrance blown. A rifle nade from Riddler doesn't strike anyone. He's going to make his way around to the left-hand side. Big Eddie going to come in and revive. He'll drop him with the MP40. Here from the back comes Wives' rifle grenade. Riddler survives, but gets dropped by Zoranda's MP40, and the fire coming in from that command post is just too hot to handle. And the rifle nade from Weiser will claim a second victim. It's Drago there, but here come the mortars. And Evil, operating the most skillless weapon in the whole of RTCW and enemy territory history, has tossed over a shot towards that command post and has now landed himself a second frag on the Axis respawn. He doesn't have to point and shoot. He doesn't need any, barely needs any comms. He just needs a spawn time. And he gets it again. Zoranda going to make his way forward. 12 minutes exactly on the clock. Here come the shots from Weiss with the landmine in. Urtia and Evil coming up with one apiece with the Thompson. Zoranda down. Self-kills coming from the Germans. The Germans have made their way forward. They have got 3 down just outside that main entrance now. And let's see what they can do. Dynamite down on the West Depot wall. 1, 2, 3 grenades coming in. One of those Thompson frag. Second claim 2 with that grenade frag though. And the Russians really getting challenged on this spawn. This spawn, every spawn. Second with a Thompson frag. Something we did not see from the Russians. They just let the Germans spawn. If you're going to spawn, we're cool with that. You do what you got to do. But the Germans, they say no. If you're going to spawn, you're going to have to face us with it. As they boost over the wall, in fact, they have got themselves another 2 frags. The Russians in dire straits right now, and they ain't going to move no refrigerators. They are in trouble. We have got 11 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock. Russians here, there, and everywhere right now. The Germans getting in their faces a bit, but they haven't had it. The depot fence has been constructed. Second pushing forward. Urtir now over to the right-hand side. Surrender with the MP40 making his way to the left. Drago is there. And he will go for the dynamite in on the east. And with 10:55, they are about to blow wide open in full Technicolor glory this depot area. Now, have they actually got the command post? Just saw 2 people spawn up at the main entrance. I'm not too sure. The depot gate has been blown over. Urtir hop skips, jumps in, and dies. Abdulaziz will claim that one. Surrender with the MP40. The crossfire is well and truly in effect. And a fast from Evil in on Officer. And now Abdulaziz will just hold off on the right-hand side. But we are looking at a pretty resounding lockdown on this main entrance, but now east and west both blown open, and the Germans now just have to utilize that rather than just running in like lemmings through that main entrance. The second they do, Riddler in from the side entrance, he gets a kill, and now everything's opened up, but the Germans decide to self-kill. People self-kill too much. Urtir coming in with a support fire. Urtir coming in with a Thompson frag. Nicely done. Urtir coming in with another hat-trick. That's his second hat-trick of the game. But he is going to get fragged in the back by Earl's MP40, so that's what it is. And 9 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock. You're inside the game with TosspoT. Quick 4 coming up in 23 minutes and counting. The truck is past the second barrier. Evil trying to make his way forward with the Panzerfaust, but he's as subtle as a ton of bricks. And Earl is going to chase him down. Oh, Evil's going to get it. Oh, he blew himself away. He jumped over those respawning Russians and destroyed himself. Credit, he was under fire from Ill. However, that was a comedy moment right there. Second, 1 Thompson frag. Nicely done. They've already got the goal. Oh, no, they haven't. They've got the gold in position. They've got the truck in position. Wider with a double grenade. Dropping in on Urtir in second. Here comes Riddler, going to make his way in towards the Axis respawn area. Picks himself up and ran for his trouble. He spies Urtir's dead body on the floor. And now he's going to lead the charge forward. Rifle nade forward. Doesn't connect, but here comes Big Eddie going to lead the charge. 2 engineers, 2 medics going to push forward. They're nicely stacked up to make this attack. Rifle nade going to come in from Riddler. Big Eddie's already been gipped. It's only Officer in there. And Agnosis. Riddler 1, second to sack the other. Abdulaziz going to push forward, pistol out. Oh, bye-bye. Weiser. Oh, the Russians coming in left, right, and center. Weiser, K43, L with the MP40. Finish off the remaining 2 Germans. Evil with a grenade. He's still a soldier. There's a lot of frags up there if a soldier wants to get them. And the question is he man enough? Is he soldier enough to get them? We'll see. Makes his way forward. Second going to push forward. Surrender is there. There's Evil. 1-man Panzerfaust. He ain't man enough. He's just a big girl with a big gun. And he got just 1 frag. 8:38 on the clock. Dynamite, Rifle Nade coming forward. Weiser drop in second, but here comes Riddler, going to equal the score with Rifle Nades pushing forward in towards that main entrance. Going to get 1. He's going to go for the second with the grand. No, he's going to get dropped, and he pushed too far out of his medics. He's down and give now. Agnosis will claim the MP40 frag on Drago. Officer in as well, and it's a push forward. Now we spy Evil trying to make his way in. He has that Axis spawn locked down if he can get it. Where is he? He's got the Axis team have just spawned now. Evil is going to make his way forward. A Rifle Nade drop down to his main stairs. Where is Evil? Second with the Thompson frag. Second going to get picked apart at the backside from Zarenda. And he will be down with that MP40. And Abdulaziz will just sit in that main entrance. The Russian team almost going for, if you remember, the Insanity type defense on Supply Depot, Summer Cup 2004. Oh, Evil with a 3-man team kill! What a brilliant Panzerfaust! I don't know where the hell he's fired that from, but he's just destroyed his team with a 3-man Panzerfaust. Drago, Riddler, and Urtir will be screaming Scheisse on the German Ventrilo after he destroys 3 Germans, and somehow he lives on. I don't know where the hell he fired that. He's been dropped now by by Wise's K43, but that's the most comical 3-man team kill I've seen in a long time. They're about to make their attack in towards the main entrance. The Russians, really pissing their pants in there, waiting because they know the Germans are all over them in this match. And there's Evil blowing them all away. That's brilliant right there. Officer takes down Urtir and himself, and Urtir's really got to be second panzers now. Rifle Nade coming forward from Riddler, blowing away Weiser, but Drago will push forward. Abdulaziz 1, 2. We're going to push forward. Abdulaziz is going to get the Luger frag, and Riddler, that's a hat-trick for him. Abdulaziz now revived. Second Thompson frag has dropped Surrender. Here comes Abdulaziz. Knife in the background, in the back for Abdulaziz, and here come the Germans once again. They look like, oh, there's Evil with a double Panzerfaust, and that almost wrongs the rights of the 4. The crane controls have been built. The Allies have the gold. They have 6 minutes and 68 seconds to move it. The Germans are all over them as well, and the Russians are in a whole lot of hurt right now, as, well, Evil has certainly offered a little bit of colour to this match. There's no two ways about it. Now, here we go. Second with the Thompson frag. Second has had a very good game, and it's only just dawned on me that is Sec from Helix. And now, with 6 minutes and 18 seconds to go, the Germans are going to move this truck away. Evil with a double Panzerfaust in. Elo and Weiser are gone. Agnosis is there, second with the MP40, coming forward. Officer, Luger frag, dropping Evil. And now it's a question of the Germans moving away with that gold in the back of that truck. And we will see them do exactly that. Riddler pushing away. 5:55 on the clock. You're inside the game. Good game, they say. The gold is well and truly away. We'll be back for map 2 in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, Quake 4 is coming up in exactly 13 minutes, and you know what that means? It means it's going to have to leave enemy territory early, and it does also mean that I don't have to cast the whole game on ice. I can only tell you that is news to my ears, and it's beautiful, that is brilliant, that is oh so orgasmic. I hate ice. And you know why I hate ice? Because in RTCW it was great. You had a number of routes you could take. You could go through the service door, you could go long and outside. However, going long and outside, you had 2 routes to go. That's just to get outside. Then you could go around the back, then you could blow the wall and go through the middle, then you could, sit there, spawn camp, do whatever you want. Or, you could, then you could go through the service door. So you're outside of the service door, you could then go through main outside, or you could go left, or you could go up the tunnel. That's 3 routes. So that gives you a whole, 5 different areas where you could attack from. And in RTCW, it was great, because you only had a Panzerfaust that could fire once every 30 seconds, you only had lieutenants that, for some reason, the support fire wasn't quite as big a part of it, and he didn't have as many grenades. In ET, you have mines. In ET, you have rifle nades that, in the service door, is like a Panzerfaust every 10 seconds. In ET, it's just not the same. It's just not the same. God damn it, man. Why won't people listen? All the admins seem to hate it. I don't see a lot of people saying that they like it. So why the hell is it here? Why in God's name is it here? Well, I don't know. However, I'm happy to be proved wrong. Evil would like to inform me that the atrocious team kill was because of false in-game leading by Urtir. So it's Urtir's fault that Evil took down 3 teammates with a brilliant Panzerfaust. Simply the greatest Panzerfaust I have seen in a long time. Evil, all is forgiven. You put a smile on my face. And this old dog needs a smile on my face. Anyway, we are almost ready to get this game underway. We have 2 players left to go, and we're probably not even going to see the conclusion of this game because they've taken so bloody long. And for that reason, we're waiting on Officer and Riddler to ready up. His ping is nice, 333. My ping is probably higher. However, people do seem to say it's not buffering on Server 3. So if you're on Server 2 thinking, God, this is buffering, I don't want this happening. Well, don't fear, because Server 3 apparently doesn't buffer, which is great, apparently. So, we are just waiting on this game to actually start, and then we're going to bring you Wins vs. Ooze. Wins vs. Ooze is going to be pretty damn sexy. That's all I can say. However, we are still... We're going to cast ET until 9 o'clock, and then when Wins vs. Ooze starts, that's what we're doing. Wins vs. Ooze, unfortunately, is the last online Quake 4 game of 1v1, and no one really likes TDM because it's kind of boring and poo. So, 1v1 online for a while in Clan-based Eurocup, because they're all going to New York, where they shall party away, sitting next to Cooler on a plane, but we're going to get this one underway. 3, 2, 1. We are live with the Germans on the Axis side. Let's follow Evil, because he has the mighty Panzerfaust, and we've seen what he can do with it. Evil hops, skips, ties his shoelace, makes his way forward. He pushes forward, pistol out, he has the Panzerfaust, he's going to make his way in towards that flag. The rifle nade comes forward, here's Evil with the Panzerfaust, boom! He misses everyone! An officer jumps over him, Panzerfaust pick. Evil finally comes up with a Luger frag, and Evil, I love you. 11 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock. We'll get... Oh, Evil, nice. Second Luger frag coming in there. That's 2 he's dropped this time, and this was Officer this time. The Axis team pushing forward in towards the flag. They have captured that flag, and now will push through. Agnosis 1-2. Evil's going to go for the gifts on these 2 players. Rightly done, because there are 2 of them there that don't get it. that didn't get gibbed. And as the Axis side about to push around the outside, the dynamite goes down on the service door. I'm not going to call it the main entrance, because NationsCup is the service door. 11 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock as they make their way forward. As they go through, if you are just connecting for the quick 4, try server 3, because people seem to say server 3 is much better. So here we go, 11:55 as they make their way around towards the right-hand side. It's going to be Zarenda that's going to get charged down by Drago on the back, but Drago not landing much there, and Zarenda is now down from Second's MP40 as they make their way through. The Axis team are swarming, literally swarming all over the Allies here. They are going to push forward. The main entrance has been blown. The Allies are getting mauled here. The Russians were never very good, and now they're proving it in some style. We're going to spy Drago making his way up towards the documents. He's got one in front of him. He just shoots a few warning shots just to say, ha, I meant your docs. But he's not going to get the frag. And Drago now going to drop down. He's going to get plucked out of midair. Is he? Yes, he is. But Second is there. Oh, Second going to get picked apart. The documents may just be returned. Oh no, the Axis team have still got those docs. It's Urti that's going to move forward with those docs through the service door, making his way forward. Abdulaziz coming in with a Thompson frag on Drago. But Urti going to stop for some ammo. He's got plenty of time. Abdulaziz is in front of him. The Allied side have got the flag. Abdulaziz 1-2. The Allies have returned the documents. And God, is this an exciting game? Wow. I've never seen it on this map, but it's true. Evil, 1-2, double grenade. Oh, and he's got the Thompson as well. Nice stuff from Evil. Thompson coming in from Officer, finally putting an end to Evil. Double grenade and Thompson combo in on the spawn. I don't think he actually got any gibbs, so it was all redundant in the end. However, it's what they need. They're going to see 9 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock. We have the Axis team all over the Allies as the Axis finally get that forward bunker back. However, the command post is down. They need that for the ammo as well. But the Germans almost have that one, and you just wonder if they've been a little bit more patient when they've got a 2-on-2 situation. To lose it that easily was a little bit of a shame to not even play one frag. Riddler rifle, Riddler K43, nicely done, as Bick will push forward through the main entrance, and they'll make their way forward. If you're just connecting for Quick 4, Quick 4 starts in 10 minutes almost-ish, and we're just finishing off an enemy territory game until then. 9 minutes on the clock for that, and as they go through, the command post has been constructed for the Axis team. They're going to make their way through to the left-hand side. Hill is down and gibbed up top. Well, now gibbed by Bick, in fact, as Bick will make his way forward. He's going to shoot one of the Axis off, one of the Allies off the side there. He's going to claim an ammo pack that was kindly left out for him. As he waits on the grenade to blow the ammo. Oh, and he's got Agnosis with it. The Axis side have got the documents now. They're going to drop down. Abdulaziz is waiting there for him. And Bick, not going to fall for that one. He's waiting on the call. Abdulaziz, oh, he's going to drop Weiser down. Nicely done from Bick. He's played this one well, but he's going to go down to Officer's Thompson frag. Officer's going to get picked apart there. And the docks are down. They're playing a relay race with the docks. There are 3 Allied bodies down. The Axis team came just in the nick of time to get the revives and to follow up on the frags. Second, Riddler, Bick, all moving with these documents. They're going to push forward past the command post now. Zarenda with the Thompson frag has dropped. Riddler, though, he's at the command post. Zarenda pushing forward. Make it 2 for Zarenda, but Second coming in just in the nick of time. And let's see, can we... well play being called by the Allied side. But I don't actually see any... Urter and Evil coming in. They're going to finish them off. Nicely done. And here we go. Second going to push forward. And they will set the time to make their way through. Urter in there as well. The objective has been captured. They have done it. Nicely done by the Axis team. By the German team. They've set the time to 4 minutes and 15, and it means we can see the conclusion of this game either way. Good game set by both. And this is going to be Ice completed. And I bitched and I bitched and I bitched about Ice, and Ice once again comes back to kick me in the face and actually provides us a great game with documents around, document recovers, and I really have got to stop talking bad about Ice. So... oh well. Ooze versus Wins coming up in 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes for Ooze versus Wins. Don't worry, it is coming. We're just finishing off the ET game, and then we will have it. And we don't have a server IP. Do we have a game server IP? Yes. Use. Sorry. As they make their way forward, we do have the server IP ready. So. There's his nice little fan. So we have just 4 players to go. Then we're going to have. Well, then we're going to be over. I can't see the Russians taking this. They have just 4 minutes that they need to do. Il is going to push forward. Ooh, there is Weiser with the K43 frag. 4 players left to ready up. 4 players left to ready up, and then we are going to get this one underway. the Germans look very impressive on that attack. They look like they've done their homework, and the Russians really didn't look like they'd done their homework. I think that's the most important part. They just did not have any sort of coherence to their defense. They didn't have, any real spam to block them off. As much as everyone hates spam, you do need it in good defense. The rifle nade was ineffective, and really, there was bugger all in there that would make anyone think that they need it. Anyway, coming up in just 4 minutes is Quake 4, but ET is going to get underway as soon as ET goes. Closing ET, closing Quake 4. I got the server IP, so literally, this is time to perfection from one game to the next. And a big shout out to Voodoo Chopsticks, who is enjoying the ET. So, here we go. 3, 2, 1. We are live with the Germans on the Allied side. They got to hold off for 4 minutes and 10 seconds. It seems like it's a foregone conclusion, but you never know, because I said Ice was crap, and Ice just gave us a really exciting game. So, we'll see. Drago going to make his way around. Big there as well. They're going to push forward down towards the flag. Rifle nade comes forward. Weiser pushing around to the command post. He's just going to go straight for the dynamite plant, in fact, as we have got the Germans coming in, the Russians coming in from the left-hand side. Officer is in fact going to push forward, but Big Nose all about that. Panther Faust from Evil over at the side. He has dropped it, and the Germans have locked down this flag. They are in control. In fact, no, Abdulaziz says, I'm in control. I'm pushing forward, 1 MP40, 2 MP40, dropping it, but here takes no prisoners here, and here comes Evil going to spam the grenades forward as the Axis side have just spawned. There are 4 of them making the way forward. Weiser is going to lead the charge. 3 medics to back him up. Quake 4 will start in 3 minutes. 3 minutes, don't worry. And where is Evil with the grenades and the Panzerfaust? Dynamite has blown on that main entrance. The Axis, the Allied side have already fallen back. The Germans are back at the Evil with the one-man Panzerfaust dropping Abdulaziz. Axis side capping that 4 bunker. The Allied side have already fallen back to the Axis complex. Drago with the Thompson coming in on Agnosis, nicely done. 3 minutes exactly on the clock until Quake 4 starts. And here we go. Officer is going to go forward. Weiser is there. He's going to push through, and the rifle nade coming forward from Weiser. I always like to see a little bit of grenade spam into that slidey on that service door area, just because some close quarters, you can land some frags there, as Weiser's just proved by diving on his own grenade. Riddler pushing forward. Ill's going to come up from the backside, dropping Riddler, and here come the full Axis respawn. Remember, the Axis attack on this map, rather than defend, as is also common. Ill with the MP40, dropping Bic. Otu with the self-kill. 3 German self-kills, 2 minutes and 27 seconds until Quake 4 commences here on Inside the Game. Who's versus wins? It's coming up, but we're just finishing off Russia versus Germany here in enemy territory Nations Cup. Bic with the Thompson frag, dropping Ill. Bic going to push forward. Rifle nade coming out from Weiser. Drago with the Thompson frag in on Agnosis. Self-kill coming in from Abdulaziz. And here comes Riddler. Nice grenade coming in from Weiser, blowing Riddler out of there. And Riddler just playing the sort of aggressive, annoying role in that main hallway. And is going to take a grenade from Weiser there, but it doesn't do the damage. Bic comes in with a grenade. 2 minutes left on this clock here. And as Ill goes forward, Weiser is going to push forward. Weiser going all out here. Riddler with a grenade dropping forward, but as the Allies just look to lock this game down, it looks like they have it. They're almost home, but the second coming in, nicely done. Second just waiting on the top of the ladder for Agnosis. Zarenda falling, and the Russians are starting to fall like flies here, as Evil will claim it. Evil not Panzerfaust after his team-killing display on the last one. Evil coming in with a Thompson frag, dropping Ill. Now the revive that Ill got just before he died in on Officer will soon be dropped out by Evil, with just 4 bullets in his gun left. He needed just 3. And he finished it off. Nicely done by Evil. 1 minute and 19 seconds to go. You're inside the game. Quake 4 is coming, and it does look like it's a foregone conclusion that this game is over. However, we'll see it out. 70 seconds to go, as here we go. We have Agnosis just holding off there. This is Thompson frag. He's trying to make his way forward. Bic 1, Bic 2. Evil comes up with the 3rd. They're just raining down the bullets, and they're playing out this ice defense like it should be. They've got a lot of fire coming down. Drago, Bic, Evil. They're all raining in the Thompson shots, left, right, and center, and they've just got this so nicely knocked down that they just can't see it happening. Here comes the final Russian attack, surely. Zarenda with the MP40, Officer as well, coming in. Riddler and Bic both down. Zarenda gets Evil, though, and now Evil will hold off. He's going to get chased down, and the Axis team are on the top level. Agnosis is there, but there are 2 Germans in on the objective, and Agnosis has been dropped by Drago, and it is all over. Bar the shouting as the Russians lose to the Germans. You've been with Inside the Game. We're switching over to Quake 4 right now here on ITG, and we shall join